Today I fucked up by slating my football club on national radio. UK here, so football means soccer. This happened this Tuesday. My son and I have season tickets for our local football club. We love going, but due to COVID we haven't seen a live game in 16 months. The football authorities decided all clubs could allow 8,000 fans to the last home game of the season. Normal attendance is 30,000. Turns out our last home game is against Man City, league champions and Champions League finalists. Couldn't be a better way to finish the season. Obviously we were really happy to be going. We left an hour before the game for a 7-mile drive, planning on enjoying the atmosphere before kickoff. When things started to go wrong, we got directed to the wrong car park and wasted 15 minutes. Then after we had gone through the rigmarole of security hours and everyone else's tickets didn't work, so we had to queue and waited another 15 minutes. Finally got inside the ground and the catering stands are empty, so by now I'm a bit fed up. We get into our seats with 3 minutes to spare. The game starts and we concede a goal in the second minute. Halftime comes and we go back to catering and again next to nothing there. The game restarts and we concede again in the third minute. We are now 0-2 down against the champions. But hey, we got a goal back, and then equalized, then scored again and ended up beating one of the best teams in the world 3-2. Incredible. Man City hadn't lost an away game in 23 matches. So we are over the moon. I get home and am so happy I decide to call a national sport radio show. I get through and go on air. Never been on radio before. So I wanted to tell the story of over a year waiting, the hindrances to us enjoying the game and then how it all ended so well. The host threw me a curveball and I got out all the bad bits, but he then cut me off for adverts before I could say how incredible it was. The next caller calls me out as a rubbish fan. This radio station also has a section called Numpty, Idiot, Caller of the Day. Guess who was Wednesdays? But if you are Numpty of the Day you get entered for Numpty of the Week. So my call gets played again Thursday and Friday. Fortunately I didn't make Numpty of the Week. But the radio station has made a tweet of my call, and it has got 20k hits and hate coming from all directions. Now the team supporters Facebook page has picked it up, and it is going bad there too. Everyone now hates me and I am being called out as a fan of our worst rivals. Trust me, no worse insult. Too long didn't read. I put my views about watching my football team across badly on national radio and now everyone hates me. If it's TalkSport, isn't TalkSport a bit shit anyway? But big up Brighton for humbling City. Still personally want them to beat Chelsea in the CL final. Arsenal fan here. A team made up of seabirds managed by someone who makes stuff out of clay must be easy to mock. But in truth they've done bloody well for themselves these past few seasons. You'll have the last laugh when they get a top 10 finish next season, assuming they don't ban you. Well, I just had a look for it and couldn't find it, so that's probably a good thing for you. That's what you get for supporting Palak, I mean Brighton. Lol, don't, that's all I've been getting. Today I fucked up by taking a romantic bath. Today I fucked up by taking a romantic bath. It's my last day in Bo. Today I fucked up Hawaii, so why not cap it off with a luxurious candlelit bath? I'll tell you why. Because I laid back to relax and burnt a large chunk of hair off the center of my head. I thought my bath bomb was fire scented for far too long of a moment. Yawl. I smelled burning, remembered the bath bomb first then the candles. I sat up and said loudly, oh no. To which my husband automatically responds, did you burn your hair on the candles? Yes I did. My souvenirs are now an amazing squid tattoo and a monk looking bald spot. Okay, it's not that big, but there is a nice sized spot in my precious hair, about the size of a mandarin orange. Did you know the British gave Hawaiians an orange tree after they killed Captain Cook and spread his bones equally among the chiefs? This was because they felt the British took more than they gave back. Hopefully this story distracts everyone from my bald spot. I blame this lapse of awareness on the intense Waipio Valley uphill hike. Certainly couldn't be the wine tasting that clouded my judgment. No obligatory not actually today because I'm still soaking up with the smell of burnt hair as I post this. Yes, to the obligatory I'm on mobile. Also, I had to repost this several times because apparently I cannot read either. Too long didn't read. I burnt off an orange-sized chunk of hair during a candlelit bath. Tattoo tax. Sorry about your hair. It could have been worse. They might have been electric candles. You could shave your husband same as you, matching your orange bald spot, and tell the story that you got matching haircuts during your holiday. Next trend in Hawaii for loving couples. Maybe you will set a trend. Actually, in Hawaiian culture, the mana or power of a person is held within their bones, so they divided up Cook's bones so as to all have a bit of his power. They also believed Cook to be a god when he first arrived. That is until his men did horrendous things to the native women and many of the Hawaiians contracted foreign diseases and died. But anywho, sorry about your hair. It does make the trip more memorable though lol. I guess the cultural center gave us the PG version. They did say they divided the bones because it would be too much power for any single chief. Though they didn't mention the abuse and such, but I assumed as much. I bought 5 books about the history of the Lapitu and Oceanic people to learn a bit more. They really did amazing feats. Please feel free to message me random facts lol. I'm left wondering where the romanticism is, lol. I thought it would look all romantic and relaxing with candles. Maybe set the mood for the rest of the evening. I ended up just being angry at myself, eating some ribs, and going to sleep. Today I fucked up by moving out. As many of the today I fucked ups, this didn't happen today but rather a few years ago. I, 30M, completed all my education in the same town, from primary school up to my master's degree, which meant that up to that point I did not need to leave the familial home, and lived with my parents until I was about 28 to 29. But then I found a PhD position in another country, which forced me to leave the nest. When leaving, I took only the essentials with me as I could leave the rest behind without worrying too much about it. After all, I was certainly going to come back and visit my family from time to time. So I took the biggest suitcase I had, packed most of my clothes, some bedsheets, the electronics, etc., and happily got onto the plane and flew a few thousand miles away to start my new life. All was good. Upon arrival I was lucky enough to find a nice place to rent not even a week after landing. I had an Airbnb in the meantime, so I unpacked all my things and started getting cozy. A few months later I was talking to my mom on the phone and this is how it went. Mom, hello my dear. How are things going up there? We miss you. Me, hey mom. Things are fine here. I found a nice apartment, work is great and I'm slowly discovering the city and meeting new people. How about you? Anything new happening at home? Mom, not much. The usual. Oh yeah, your dad's bedside table broke down the other day so we took the one that was in your room to replace it. When she mentioned the bedside table my face turned white in horror. When I left home I remembered to pack the essentials, but I completely forgot to get rid of the evidence. My GF at the time and I were very much into light bondage / BDSM, so we had bought a few items and accessories that we split between her place and mine. So I can let you imagine the horror that my parents must have gone through when they opened the bedside table drawer to find a pair of cuffs, a leather blindfold that said slut in white letters across it, and a rather large bottle labeled scented anal lubricant. Surprisingly enough she didn't mention anything about it and kept going as if nothing particular happened, and I'm glad she did. I was completely mortified. We ended the call not long after that. And the worst about all this, I am good friends with my brother's GF, and while talking to her a few days later she informed me that she had an amazing time in bed with my brother recently. We talk openly about that kind of things together, and he had used on her a pair of cuffs whose description was surprisingly identical to the ones that were in that bedside table. Little bro later admitted to me that he took them out of the garbage when my mom threw them away with the rest. Looks like kinks run in the family. Too long didn't read, moved out of parents' home, forgot to throw away the kinky accessories, parents found them and later brother took them to use on his GF. At least they weren't wasted, dude. I wasn't expecting this turn until you mentioned the bondage stuff. This could have just been a story of some guy that regrets not living with their family anymore at 30. Also, it's the first time you mentioned a girlfriend. Just 1 second, you completely changed the person I imagined you to be. But the important question is, did your image of me improve or degrade? So, you talk to your brother's GF about her sex life with your brother? Recycling is great. Reduce, reuse, recycle. I can't wait till next time you visit home and smell a particular scent close to your brother's room. I can't wait till next time you visit home and smell a particular scent close to your her brother _s parents' room.